Hello, I'm Aubrey Shepherd, and this is the 16th of June 2012, and we're recording this on that date, but the pictures, some of them are from today, some of them from the last few days. Okay, well, we're out on, let's see, is that Pinnacle Prairie or World Peace Wetland Prairie? Because I took pictures of the same critters. Some of the same critters on both. That bug looks like it ought to be on a milkweed plant, but it was on a rattlesnake master. So we're going to have a lot of rattlesnake master pictures today. I'm not sure what that bug's called or that one, but they were some of the real little tiny beauties on rattlesnake master. And gosh, there's so many different bugs get on there. There's a black, well, it could be called paper or wasp, or a narrow bodied moth. And there's a buckeye butterfly at left, and down low there's a skipper, and up at the right another wasp of that category, near-leaved. And of course that's the buckeye butterfly, excuse me. And notice that a lot of them, the buckeyes, have been around out for a while flying, so all of them that photographed just about show some wing damage. And that's a relatively large female, I believe. And you see a little bee in the corner there. And so that buckeye is really plentiful out on both World Peace Wetland Prairie and Pinnacle Wet Prairie. And there's some kind of little flower fly, but I wish I could point and show you, but on the screen at left part of the flower, there's something that looks like it's part of the inflorescence, but it's not. That's a living, separate creature from the flower. And there are some other insects hiding in there. That one disguises itself as part of the flower, so it's pretty safe from birds and other maybe larger insects that would be preying on what they find on the flowers. There it is in the picture there, a little closer to the center, and there's a different insect at right in the shade. So I'm sorry I didn't take time to consult an expert about the name of this. I think I named it maybe a couple of years ago, found the right name for it. But you can see how small it is. It's really, today I looked, these pictures are from yesterday or before, and there's another one that's totally different. Another insect that's totally different on there. See how it's shaped and see how its coloration, partially almost see through the pale green part. And got several of it. I love those tiny insects, and the birds love to eat them. So if you see a bird dash over there to one of those plants, it's trying to grab one of these insects. So insects are great bird food. That's the best thing you can say about them, except that they pollinate our flowers and the flowers of the food plants in so many cases. That one's pretty weird. See, it's got it's a leaf-footed or wing-footed. I think leaf-footed is maybe the right terminology for that category. See how? And sometimes it's not the front leg sticking out that has that design. Sometimes in that category it'll be one of the hind legs or middle leg. And this is that was ironweed, and that is Robert Jordan. And he is at the square last Saturday, the 14th, and he was helping take food that was donated to the food bank folks. So Robert is one of the kindest and least selfish people in town. You got to really appreciate him for all the volunteer things he does. Till next time, it's Aubrey Shepherd asking you to do your part to help keep the water clean, the air pure, and the woods green. See ya. Hello, I'm Aubrey Shepherd, and I'm trying to read what it says on my hand. Clean Energy Town Hall at 7 p.m. July 26th at St. Paul's Episcopal Church. It's free and sponsored by Sierra Club and some faith-based organizations also, as well as Omni 350 and so forth. Let's look at some pictures. Okay, that is a lacewing bug of some kind, and it's on ironweed, and I've got a few extra pictures because Pinnacle Prairie finally has ironweed in bloom in abundance. There were just scattered ones for a while. That's buttonbush. We showed you a lot of those in recent weeks, and we'll show you a few more there as well as some more. See, that's past flower. You see two wing-footed bugs on that, or leaf-wing bug, whatever, on that particular batch of rattlesnake, buttonbush inflorescences, and they're still pretty. They're nothing like they look when they're at full bloom and white and big, but they're still very pretty. And that leaf wing category of insect is there are just hundreds of species, and they're various sizes, some of them large. At left, you see a tiny on an ashy sunflower. You can see the Pinnacle Foods plant in the background of some of these pictures out in the open, and there's a different skipper, and you see the little curly end of its feelers out there, and that's a different wasp. And we have lots of species of wasps that you never see around your house, but they, in most cases, but they're on the flowers if you've got flowers. Here you go. We showed you before buckeyes that were all damaged, and here's another one out there in the open on Pinnacle Wet Prairie, and it shows wing damage. So that means they're several weeks old. That one looks almost perfect. You see the whole shape of the wings, and I think that's true on both sides in that case of that particular one. But there are lots of those out there, and so all right. There's a wasp that I think, or I thought when I made the picture, was different when I selected it than the ones I've shown you before, but I didn't get the close-up version on that one. Okay, that one's really special. I call it chartreuse, and it's, see the big eyes and the short feelers on the face. It's in the flower fly category. They imitate bees, they say, or they do something similar to what bees do. And there you see at least two, well, actually there's something tiny, so you got 3 species of insect on that. That's Baptisia alba. It has white flowers. It's a beautiful thing, but they just haven't flowered yet because it's been too dry. This is Verbena hustata, and it's one of the versions of vervain or verbena that grows in wet places like Pinnacle Prairie and World Peace Wetland Prairie. There is a surprise lily, the first one that surprised me this afternoon in my front yard, and there are white flocks, and most of them are pretty. Okay, Clean Energy Town Hall, Thursday, July 26th at 7 p.m. at St. Paul's Episcopal Church, Fayetteville, Arkansas. And this is on Facebook. Shannon Ramley Joyce posted it. You see me wearing my cap from the Sierra Club. This year I'm on the board and actually chairman of the Ozark Headwaters group of Sierra Club. But that won't last. I'm too old to be in charge of anything like that, I guess. But anyhow, I enjoy it. And please come out, and we'll have a good panel of people to talk about clean energy for the future. Till next time, Aubrey Shepherd asks you to do your part to help keep the water clean, air pure, woods green.